Hi dear friends, welcome to ChemTime with Manasa. Friends, in this video, I am solving the chemistry question paper of NEET 2019. In that question paper, first question is, for the chemical reaction N2 gaseous plus 3H2 gaseous give 2NH3 gaseous, the correct option is, here we have some rate equations. We know that rate of disappearance of reactants is equal to rate of appearance of products for a reaction. Here if you consider this reaction, N2 gaseous plus 3H2 gaseous give 2NH3 gaseous, rate of reaction is given by minus dN2 by dt is equal to minus 1 by 3 dH2 by dt is equal to plus 1 by 2 dNH3 by dt. Here N2, H2 and NH3 are written in square bracket, which is nothing but concentration of those reactants and products, and here negative sign indicates that concentration of N2 and concentration of H2 are decreasing, and here 1 by 3 and 1 by 2 for the stoichiometric coefficients 3 and 2 of H2 and NH3 respectively. So here if you look at these options, option number 2 minus dN2 by dt is equal to 1 by 2 dNH3 by dt is the correct answer for this question. Then question number 2. The non-essential amino acid among the following is. Here non-essential amino acid is option number 2, alanine. Then for an ideal solution, the correct option is. We know that for an ideal solution, delta H mix and delta V mix are equal to 0, delta S mix is greater than 0 or it is positive, and delta G mix is negative. So here among these options, option number 2, delta H mix is equal to 0 at constant temperature and pressure is the correct answer. Question number 4. The manganate and permanganate ions are tetrahedral due to, if you consider the structures of manganate, that is MnO4 2 minus and permanganate MnO4 minus, here we have double bond or pi bonds between Mn and O. Actually these pi bonds are of d pi p pi type. Here during the formation of these pi bonds involves the overlap of p orbitals of oxygen with d orbitals of manganese. So correct answer is option number 4. The pi bonding involves overlap of p orbitals of oxygen with d orbitals of manganese. Question number 5. Which will make basic buffer? Actually, basic buffer is the solution which has salt and weak base. Here among these 4 options, option number 1, option number 3 and option number 4 contain the strong base, that is NaOH. But in option number 2, 100 ml of 0.1 molar HCl plus 200 ml of 0.1 molar NH4OH. Here NH4OH is weak electrolyte or it is weak base. So option number 2 can make basic buffer. If you consider this mixture of HCl and NH4OH, there will be formation of NH4Cl, a salt, but NH4OH being a weak electrolyte, it does not undergo complete dissociation. So that mixture of HCl and NH4OH contains both the salt NH4Cl and the weak base NH4OH. So option number 2 can make basic buffer. Question number 6. The number of moles of hydrogen molecules required to produce 20 moles of ammonia through Haber's process is. If you consider the reaction of Haber process, N2 gaseous plus 3H2 gaseous give 2NH3 gaseous. Here 20 moles of ammonia to be produced. So just look at this reaction. 2 moles of NH3 is produced by 3 moles of H2. Hence 20 moles of NH3 can produced by 3 into 20 by 2. Here 2 moles of NH3 by 3 moles of H2. So into 20, then we get the number of moles of H2 required to produce 20 moles of NH3. So it is nothing but 3 into 20 by 2 is equal to 30 moles of H2. So option number 2 is the correct answer. Question number 7. Which of the following diatomic molecular species has only pi bonds according to molecular orbital theory? N2, C2, Be2, O2. Here if you consider N2 molecule, it contains 3 bonds, among one is sigma bond, other 2 are pi bonds. In case of C2, if you consider molecular orbital configuration, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2px2, pi 2p void 2. Here for any molecule, if the number of electrons in bonding and anti-bonding orbitals are same, then they do not participate in the bond formation. So in case of C2 molecule, only pi bonds are there in that molecule. In case of Be2, actually Be2 molecule does not exist, and in case of O2, one is sigma bond and another is pi bond. So C2, which contains only pi bonds, is the correct answer for this reaction. You can refer this molecular orbital configuration also. Question number 8. The biodegradable polymer is. Among these options, nylon 2, nylon 6 is the biodegradable polymer. You can consider the preparation of nylon 2, nylon 6, where monomeric units are glycine and aminocaproic acid. Question number 9. Which of the following reactions are disproportionation reaction? Disproportionation reaction is the reaction in which same species undergoes oxidation and reduction. Here we have 4 reactions A, B and C, D. Here select the correct option from the following. Here we have different combinations of these A, B, C and D reactions. If you consider these 4 reactions, in case of reaction A, Cu plus 1 undergoes both oxidation and reduction, and in case of reaction B, Mn plus 6 undergoes oxidation and reduction. So these two are disproportionation reactions. But in case of reaction C and reaction D, these are not disproportionation reactions. So among these 4 options, option number 4, A and B only is the correct answer. You can see the oxidation state of Cu plus 1 to Cu plus 2 and Cu 0 oxidation state, and here Mn plus 6 is converted into Mn plus 7 and Mn plus 4. So these two reactions are disproportionation reaction. Question number 10. The compound that is most difficult to protonate is. Actually, protonation is nothing but addition of H plus ion. This protonation depends on availability of electron pairs. If you consider these 4 compounds here, in case of phenol, the lone pair of electrons present on the oxygen are participating in the resonance with the pi electrons of the benzene ring. So this oxygen in phenol gets a slightly positive charge. But in case of other 3 compounds, oxygen is attached to CH3 and H. So we can easily protonate other 3 compounds, but it is difficult to protonate phenol due to this slightly positive charge. So option 3 is the correct answer. Question number 11. Which of the following species is not stable? Here GeCl6 2- and SnOH6 2- are stable compounds or stable ions. In case of SiCl6 2- and SiF6 2-, actually silicon can form 6 bonds, but SiF6 2- is stable, SiCl6 2- is not stable due to the steric hindrance. Compared to fluorine, Cl is in bigger size, so due to the steric hindrance, SiCl6 2- is not stable, whereas SiF6 2- is stable compared to that molecule. So option number 3 is the correct answer. Question number 12. An alkene A on reaction with the O3 and ZnH2O gives propanone and ethanol in equimolar ratio. Addition of HCl to alkene A gives B as the major product. The structure of product B is. Here we have 4 different compounds. Actually, here we have to consider 2 different reactions. First one, an alkene on reaction with O3 and ZnH2O gives propanone and ethanol in equimolar ratio. So just draw the structures of propanol and ethanol. It is nothing but ozonolysis reaction. Then just remove these two oxygen, then you can easily get the structure of this alkene A. Just remove these two oxygen. So we get the structure of alkene A, that is CH3 twice, C double bond CH, CH3. Next reaction is addition of HCl to this alkene A. Then we get a product B, or it is a major product. Reaction of HCl with an alkene is nothing but Markovnikov's addition. Here this negative part Cl minus attaches to that carbon of alkene which contains lesser number of hydrogen atom. So this Cl minus attaches to this carbon atom. Then we get the structure of compound B as CH3 CH2 C CH3 twice Cl. So among these options, the correct structure of compound B is option number 2, CH3 CH2 C CH3 twice Cl. So it is ozonolysis, then it is Markovnikov's addition. Question number 13. Match the following: pure nitrogen, Haber process, contact process, Deacon's process, chlorine, sulfuric acid, ammonia, sodium azide or barium azide. Which of the following is the correct option? Here we have different combinations of these these compounds and the preparative methods. So here, if you know this single sentence, that is, when we heat sodium azide or barium azide, then we get pure nitrogen. Then only you can easily answer this question, because this A4 combination is present in only one option, that is option number 3. So pure nitrogen with sodium azide or barium azide. Then second one, Haber process for ammonia, contact process for sulfuric acid and Deacon's process for chlorine. So option 3, that is A4, B3, C2 and D1 is the correct answer. Question number 14. The most suitable reagent for the following conversion is, here alkyne is converted into cis-alkene. So here we have different reagents for this reaction. Actually, if you consider the reduction of alkyne, 3 possibilities are there. When this alkyne undergoes catalytic hydrogenation, then we get alkane. So catalytic hydrogenation means addition of H2 to the alkyne in presence of finely divided platinum, palladium or nickel catalyst. So then we get alkane. When alkyne is undergoes reduction in presence of Lindlar's catalyst, then we get cis-alkene. Lindlar's catalyst is nothing but H2PD bar C quinoline, or sometimes we call it as poisoned catalyst also. So in presence of Lindlar's catalyst we get cis-alkene. When alkyne undergoes reduction in presence of sodium or lithium in a liquid ammonia, then we get trans-alkene. So here alkyne is converted into cis-alkene. Option 1, H2PD bar C quinoline, or in presence of Lindlar's catalyst is the correct answer. Question number 15. The correct order of the basic strength of methyl substituted amines in aqueous solution is, here in case of methyl substituted amines in aqueous solution, we have to consider inductive and solvation effect and steric hindrance. If we consider all these effects and we get this basic character or the order of basicity as secondary amines are more basic than primary amines, which are more basic than tertiary amines. So option number 4, CH3 twice NH is more basic than CH3NH2, which is more basic than CH3 thrice N. It is for methyl substituted amines in aqueous solution. Secondary greater than primary greater than tertiary. Question number 16. A gas at 350 Kelvin and 15 bar has molar volume 20% smaller than that for an ideal gas under the same conditions. The correct option about the gas and its compressibility factor Z is. Here we have different options about the compressibility factor Z and repulsive and attractive forces. We know that compressibility factor Z is equal to V real divided by V ideal. Volume of real gas divided by volume of ideal gas. Here, volume of a real gas is 20% smaller than that for an ideal gas. So, V ideal is greater than V real. In that case, the value of compressibility factor Z is less than 1. When Z is less than 1, then attractive forces are dominant. So, option number 2, Z less than 1 and attractive forces are dominant is the correct answer for this question. Question number 17. The number of sigma and pi bonds in pent 2 in 4-ine is. So, if you draw the structure for pent 2 in 4-ine, we get this structure. But actually, IUPAC name of this compound or this structure is nothing but pent 3 in 1-ine. You have to start the numbering from this carbon atom. But for these two names, you get the same structure. So, just let us calculate the sigma, number of sigma and pi bonds. Whenever there is a single bond, then it is sigma bond. If there is a double bond, then one is sigma and another is pi bond. In case of triple bond, one is sigma and other two are pi bonds. So if you calculate the number of sigma and pi bonds, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 sigma bonds, 1, 2, 3 pi bonds. So option number 4 is the correct answer. Question number 18. For the second period elements, the correct increasing order of first ionization enthalpy is. Ionization enthalpy is nothing but the energy required to remove the outermost electron of the neutral gaseous atom in its ground state. So here, if you consider the elements from second period, lithium, boron, beryllium, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine and neon, here actually ionization enthalpy increases along the period, but we have some exceptions, that is boron and beryllium and oxygen and nitrogen. Here in case of boron and beryllium, ionization enthalpy for beryllium is greater than boron because of the stable electronic configuration. If you consider these two configurations, 1s2, 2s2 for beryllium, 1s2, 2s2 and 2p1 for boron. Here we can easily remove this 2p1 electron from boron, that is outermost electron. But in case of beryllium, the outermost electron means we have to remove the electron from 2s2 orbital. That means it is a stable configuration. So compared to boron, beryllium has the higher ionization enthalpy value. And in case of nitrogen and oxygen also, nitrogen has this stable electronic configuration due to half-filled orbital, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. But in case of oxygen, we can easily remove this electron from oxygen. So oxygen has lower ionization enthalpy than the nitrogen. Next, question number 19. Among the following, the narrow spectrum antibiotic is. So here narrow spectrum antibiotic is option number 4, penicillin G. The method used to remove temporary hardness of water is. It is nothing but Clark's method. 21. Which of the following series of transitions in the spectrum of hydrogen atom fall in visible region? It is nothing but the Balmer series, option number 1. Question number 22. Match the xenon compounds in column 1 with its structure in column 2 and assign the correct code. Here we have 4 xenon compounds and 4 different geometries for those compounds. We have to match these two. Here if you consider first compound XeF4, it is square planar structure. Then XeF6, it is distorted octahedral. It is distorted because of the presence of this lone pair of electrons. Then XeOF4, it is square pyramidal. Then XeO3, it is pyramidal. So if you look at these options, option number 1, A2, B3, C4 and D1 is the correct answer. XeF4, it is square planar. XeF6, it is distorted octahedral. XeOF4, it is square pyramidal. And XeO3, it is pyramidal. So it is the correct answer. Question number 23. the structure of intermediate A in the following reaction is? It is nothing but cumene synthesis of phenol. Here, if you consider the options, there are 4 different compounds. Actually, in case of cumene synthesis, cumene is first converted into or oxidized to cumene hydroperoxide, then it is hydrolyzed to give phenol and acetone. So among these compounds, the option number 1, which is the correct structure of cumene hydroperoxide, is the correct answer. Question number 24. The correct structure of tribromo octaoxide is? So here in the question it is clearly mentioned is it is a neutral molecule. So this structure with no negative charges is the correct answer. So option 4 is the correct structure of tribromo octaoxide. Question number 25. Which is the correct thermal stability order for H2E? Here E is oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. And the options are here, different orders are there. If you consider the thermal stability is directly proportional to bond strength. Here, in case of these compounds, from oxygen to polonium, atomic size is increasing. So, as atomic size increases, the bond length increases. Bond length is increasing means bond strength decreases. So, from O to PO, as the bond strength is decreasing, thermal stability also decreases. So, the correct order for thermal stability is H2PO less than H2TE less than H2SE less than H2S less than H2O. It is nothing but the bond strength which depends on the bond length, which depends on the atomic number or atomic size. From O to PO, atomic size is increasing, hence the bond length. Here all the atoms O to PO are attached to 2 hydrogen atoms, so there is no difference in any other factor. So bond length increases from H2O to H2PO, hence bond strength decreases, so thermal stability also decreases from O to PO. So option number 2 contains the correct order of thermal stability. Question number 26. In which case change in entropy is negative? Entropy is nothing but disorderness or randomness. Change in entropy is negative when number of gaseous molecules are decreasing from reactants to product. If you consider expansion of gas, sublimation of solid to gas and evaporation of water, here number of gaseous molecules are increasing. But in option 3, 2H gaseous give H2 gaseous, here number of gaseous molecules is decreasing, or delta Ng is less than 0, and for this reaction delta S is negative. So option number 3 is the correct answer. 27. A compound is formed by cation C and anion A. The anions form hexagonal close packed HCP lattice and the cations occupy 75% of octahedral voids. The formula of the compound is, here anions are in HCP, hexagonal close packed lattice structure. It is clearly mentioned. So HCP means number of anions is clearly it is 6. Then if you consider cations, they have mentioned that 75% of octahedral voids. So you have to multiply this 6 by 75% or 75 by 100 to calculate the number of cations. So 6 into 75 by 100 nothing but 6 into 3 by 4, or it is equal to 9 by 2. So formula of compound will be C9 by 2 A6. You can remove this 2 by multiplying this 2 to 6. So it is nothing but C9A12, or it is equal to C3A4. So among these options, option number 2, C3A4 is the correct answer. Question number 28. Among the following, the one that is not a greenhouse gas is? Here methane, ozone and nitrous oxide are greenhouse gases. The sulfur dioxide is correct answer. Actually, sometimes it is mentioned as indirect greenhouse gas, but among these 4 options, correct answer is sulfur dioxide. 29. Identify the incorrect statement related to PCl5 from the following? Here, if you consider the structure of PCl5, axial bonds with bond length 240 pm are longer than equatorial bonds with bond length 202 pm. And here bond angles are also mentioned. Here, if you consider these options, option number 3, PCl5 molecule is non-reactive. It is the incorrect statement. I think you are familiar with so many reactions which involve PCl5 molecule. So PCl5 is reactive in nature due to these longer axial bonds. So option number 3 is the correct answer. Question number 30. Which of the following is an amphoteric hydroxide? Here amphoteric hydroxide means which reacts with both acids and bases. Here you can observe the reaction of BeOH twice with HCl and NaOH. So it is amphoteric in nature. So option 3, BeOH twice is the correct answer. Question number 31. 4d, 5p, 5f and 6p orbitals are arranged in the order of decreasing energy. The correct option is, to calculate the energy of these orbitals, we have to consider this n plus L values. For 4d it is 6, 5p 6, 5f it is 8 and 6p it is 7. So just arrange these orbitals in decreasing energy. Here 5f greater than 6p greater than 5p greater than 4d. In case of 5p and 4d, the n plus L values are same. In that case, just consider the value of n. For 5p it is 5 and 4d it is 4. So 5p has higher energy than 4d. So option number 4 is the correct answer. Then question number 32. For the cell reaction, 2Fe3 plus aqueous plus 2I minus aqueous give 2Fe2 plus aqueous plus I2 aqueous. E naught of the cell is equal to 0.24 volt at 298 Kelvin. The standard Gibbs energy of the cell reaction is, we have the value of Faraday's constant, F is equal to 96,500 coulomb per mole. So here just use this for equation, delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught of the cell. Here N is nothing but the number of electrons involved. Here Fe3 plus is converted into Fe2 plus. So number of electrons involved is 1. But 2Fe3 plus is converted into 2Fe2 plus. So N value is 2. Then F is nothing but Faraday's constant. Then E naught of the cell is given in the question, 0.24 volts. So minus 2 into 96,500 into 0.24, it is equal to minus 36,320 joules per mole. That's equal to minus 46.32 kilojoules per mole. So option number 4 is the correct answer. Question number 33. Conjugate base for Bronsted acids H2O and HFR. So conjugate bases, you can easily find out the conjugate base by just removing one H plus from that compound. Here for H2O it is OH minus and for HF it is F minus. So option 2, OH minus and F minus respectively, it is the correct answer. Question number 34. Which one is malachite from the following? Here the formula of malachite O is CuCO3 CuOH twice. Question number 35. pH of a saturated solution of CaOH twice is 9. The solubility product Ksp of CaOH twice is. Here, if you consider the reaction CaOH twice give Ca2 plus plus 2OH minus. We have the value of pH of the solution, that is 9. When you know the value of pH, it is very easy to calculate the value of pOH. pOH is equal to 14 minus pH, that is pOH is equal to 14 minus 9, that's equal to 5. pOH is equal to 5 means, pOH means negative logarithm to the concentration of OH minus. So OH minus is equal to 10 to the power of minus 5 molar. Then here if you look at this reaction, it is clear that concentration of Ca2 plus is half of the concentration of OH minus. So Ca2 plus is equal to 10 to the power of minus 5 by 2. Thus Ksp is equal to Ca2 plus into OH minus to the power 2, concentration of OH minus to the power 2, then 10 to the power of minus 5 by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5 to the power 2. That is nothing but 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 15. So among these options, option 4 is the correct answer. You can calculate this, or you can solve this question by considering the KSP formula, solubility product, or S value, like that also. But I think it is the easier method. Question number 36. Which of the following is incorrect statement? SiCl4 is easily hydrolyzed. GeX4 is more stable than GeX2. SnF4 is ionic in nature. PbF4 is covalent in nature. We know that SnF4 and PbF4 both are ionic in nature. So the wrong statement is here. Option 4, PbF4 is covalent in nature. Question number 37. Which mixture of the solutions will lead to the formation of negatively charged colloidal AgI I- salt? Here, to form negatively charged colloidal AgI I- salt, Ki should be in excess amount. Here, in option 1, 50 ml of 1 molar AgNO3, 50 ml of 2 molar Ki, and option 4, 50 ml of 1 molar AgNO3 plus 50 ml of 1.5 molar Ki. In these two options, Ki is in excess amount. But there is another concept, that is coagulation. If you consider option 1, here 50 ml of 1 molar AgNO3 and 50 ml of 2 molar Ki. So here concentration or a Ki becomes double, which means concentration of potassium ion will increases and coagulation takes place. But here we require the formation of negatively charged colloidal AgI I- salt. So option 4, 50 ml of 1 molar AgNO3 plus 50 ml of 1.5 molar Ki. It is the correct answer. If Ki is in excess amount, then the coagulation takes place. So it must be in slightly larger amount. So option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 38. The mixture that forms maximum boiling azeotropes. Here maximum boiling azeotropes are formed when the solution shows negative deviation from Raoult's law. It is water and nitric acid. Question number 39. For a cell involving 1 electron, E0 of the cell is equal to 0.59 volts at 298 Kelvin. The equilibrium constant for the cell reaction is. Here 2.303 RT by F is equal to 0.059 volts at 298 Kelvin. So here let us consider this equation. E cell is equal to EMF of the cell is equal to E0 of the cell minus 2.303 RT divided by NF into log Qn, reaction quotient. At equilibrium, reaction quotient is nothing but equilibrium constant K, and ESL is equal to 0. Then 0 is equal to E0 of the cell minus, here 2.303 RT by F is equal to 0.059. Then a cell involving 1 electron. So value of N is 1. So we can easily substitute this value. So 0.059 by 1 log K. K is equilibrium constant. Then on rearrangement we get this equation. Log K is equal to E0 of the cell divided by 0.059. Here E0 of the cell is 0.59 volts. So 0.59 divided by 0.059, that is nothing but 10. Log K is equal to 10. That means K is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of 10. So here correct answer is option 2. Question number 40. Among the following, the reaction that proceeds through an electrophilic substitution is. Here we have 4 reactions. Here in case of reaction 1, it is clearly electrophilic substitution reaction. You can see the generation of electrophile also. So it is electrophilic substitution reaction. Reaction 2 is free radical addition reaction, and reaction 3 and 4 are nucleophilic substitution reactions. So here benzene plus Cl2 in presence of AlCl3 give chlorobenzene plus HCl. It is the electrophilic substitution reaction. You can see the mechanism also. It is generation of electrophile, then we get the chlorobenzene. So it is electrophilic substitution reaction. Question number 41. The major product of the following reaction is. So here phthalic acid is heated with ammonia. When phthalic acid is heated with ammonia, then we get phthalimide. So correct answer is option 1, that is it is the structure of phthalimide. So you can see the reaction here. It is clearly mentioned in NCERT also. Phthalic acid when heated with ammonia, we get phthalimide as the final product. Question number 42. What is the correct electronic configuration of the central atom in K4FeCN6 based on crystal field theory? If you consider this K4FeCN6, Fe in ground state or electronic configuration is argon 3d6 4s2. Fe2 plus means we have to remove these 2 electrons from 4s orbital. So Fe2 plus electronic configuration of Fe2 plus in excited state or in Fe2 plus state is 3d6. In presence of strong Cn minus ligands, here pairing of electrons takes place. Here this energy separation delta O is greater than pairing energy. So here pairing of electrons takes place. So you can see this crystal field splitting also. In that case, all the 6 electrons are present in this T2g orbitals. So here if you consider these options, option 1 T2g6 Eg0 is the correct answer. Due to the presence of 6 Cn minus strong ligands, pairing of the electrons takes place. So we get T2g6 Eg0 configuration. 43. If the rate constant for a first order reaction is K, the time T required for the completion of 99% of the reaction is given by. Here the rate equation for a first order reaction is rate constant K is equal to 2.303 by T log R0 by R. Here 2.303 by T into log. Here initial concentration is nothing but 100 and R concentration at a time T is 100 minus 99. It is 99, completion of 99% of the reaction. So R is equal to 100 minus 99, that is 2.303 by T log 100. 100 is nothing but 10 to the power 2. In that case we get 2.303 into 2 by T log 10. It is nothing but 4.606 by T. So here option 2 T is equal to 4.606 by K is the correct answer. 44. Under isothermal condition, a gas at 300 K expands from 0.1 liter to 0.25 liter against a constant external pressure of 2 bar. The work done by the gas is given that 1 liter bar is equal to 100 joule. Here work done is given by minus P external into dV, that is external pressure into change in volume. External pressure is 2 bar, then change in volume, final volume minus initial volume. Here gas expands from 0.1 liter to 0.25 liter. So it is 0.25 minus 0.1 liter, that's equal to minus 2 into 0.15 liter bar. But 1 liter bar is equal to 100 joule. So it is equal to minus 30 joules. So option 4 is the correct answer. Question number 45. Enzymes that utilize ATP in phosphate transfer require an alkaline earth metal as the cofactor. So M is, here it is nothing but Mg. Option 1 is the correct answer. Enzymes that utilize ATP in phosphate transfer require Mg. So it is the correct answer. Friends, hope this video is useful to you. Write your opinion about this video in the comment section. If you have any doubts, please comment your doubts. I will try to solve your doubts. And please like this video, share this video with your friends. Thank you.